From a trembling heiress to a defiant protector, Hinata Hyuga's journey isn't just a story, it's a revolution of the self. We're about to peel back the layers of a character who redefined strength, not through brute force, but through unwavering courage and a heart as vast as the shinobi world itself. Stick around as we trace her path from the shadow of her clan to the radiant light of her own making, revealing how a single act of kindness shaped her destiny and the fate of the entire ninja world. Born into the illustrious Hyuga clan, Hinata's very existence was steeped in tradition and immense expectation. The Hyuga weren't just any family. They were one of Konohagakure's most ancient and respected, renowned for their formidable byakugan and their unique gentle fist fighting style. As the eldest daughter of Hiyashi Hyuga, the head of the main house, Hinata was destined to inherit the heavy mantle of leadership. But from the beginning, her gentle spirit seemed at odds with the harsh realities of her lineage. She was quiet, thoughtful, and deeply empathetic, qualities that paradoxically would become her greatest strengths. Her early childhood was marked by a chilling incident known as the Hyuga Affair, when Hinata was just 3 years old. A head ninja from Kumagakure, the Hidden Cloud Village, made a brazen attempt to kidnap her. Their objective was chillingly clear: to steal the Byakugan, the Hyuga's coveted ocular jutsu, believing it held the key to immense power. Her father, Hiyashi, intervened, killing the kidnapper to protect his daughter and his clan's precious secret. However, this act threatened to ignite an all-out war between the villages. To avert such a catastrophe, her uncle, Hisashi, Hiyashi's twin brother, and a member of the branch family, made the ultimate sacrifice. He offered himself as a substitute, dying in Hiyashi's place to appease Kumogakure. This devastating event cast a long shadow over the Hyuga family, particularly fueling a deep-seated resentment in Hisashi's son, Neji, against the main family and their perceived tyranny. Hinata, though young, felt the ripples of this tragedy, a constant reminder of the heavy price of her heritage. The pressure on Hinata to live up to her clan's legacy was immense, almost crushing. Her father's training was rigorous, demanding absolute discipline and a ruthless streak. But Hinata's naturally gentle disposition made her struggle. She found it difficult to inflict pain, even in practice, and her hesitation was often mistaken for weakness. The clan elders, and especially her father, saw her as unfit to lead. This came to a head during a crucial duel meant to determine the next heir. Pitted against her younger sister, Hanabi, Hinata faltered. She couldn't bring herself to strike her sister with the force required, showing mercy where her father demanded ferocity. This moment sealed her fate. Hayashi, in a decision that must have torn him apart, deemed her unfit to be the clan leader. The title of heir was transferred to Hanabi, leaving Hinata feeling utterly disinherited, her confidence shattered, and her sense of self-worth severely damaged. She felt like a failure, not only to her father, but to her entire lineage. Yet, even in her darkest moments, a glimmer of light appeared in the most unexpected form: Naruto Uzumaki. As a child, Hinata was often picked on by bullies, a target due to her quiet nature and perceived weakness. It was Naruto, the village outcast, the loud, boisterous, and often clumsy orphan, who came to her defense. He may have been clumsy, he may have been a failure in the eyes of many, but he always stood up for what was right, and he never, ever gave up. Watching him, Hinata saw a different kind of strength, a resilience born not of inherited power, but of sheer determination. His refusal to surrender, his unwavering belief in himself, despite everyone else's doubts, deeply resonated with her. It was a revelation. In Naruto, she found her inspiration, a guiding star. She began to adopt his ninja way, into her own life, never retreat on her word, and never give up. This admiration blossomed into a quiet, profound love, a secret that would fuel her throughout her journey. After her disinheritance, Hinata was placed under the guidance of Kurenai Yuhi, a compassionate and perceptive jonin. As a member of Team 8, alongside the insect-manipulating Shino Aburame and the dog-communicating Kiba Inuzuka, Hinata began her true shinobi journey. Kurenai, unlike her father, recognized Hinata's unique potential, understanding that true strength wasn't always loud or aggressive. She fostered Hinata's growth, allowing her to develop at her own pace, encouraging her quiet resolve rather than stifling it. The Chunin exams presented Hinata with her first major trial, a crucible that would test her burgeoning resolve. During the preliminary matches, she was pitted against her own cousin, Neji Hyuga. Neji, still consumed by the bitterness of the Hyuga affair and his branch family status, unleashed a torrent of harsh words, twisting Hinata's gentle nature into a fatal flaw. He believed she was destined to fail, trapped by her own weakness. The fight was brutal, with Neji's superior skill and his mastery of the gentle fist pushing Hinata to her absolute limit. She was severely injured, her body screaming in pain, her spirit on the verge of breaking. But then, a voice cut through the despair, Naruto's. His passionate cheers, his unwavering belief in her, ignited a fire within Hinata. With newfound determination, fueled by his encouragement and her own growing resolve, she refused to back down. She stood up again and again, even as Neji delivered punishing blows, demonstrating a tenacious spirit that shocked everyone, including Neji himself. Though she ultimately lost the match, her refusal to surrender marked a pivotal moment. It was the first public declaration of her newfound strength, proving that her quiet resolve was far from weakness. Her defining moment, the one that cemented her transformation from timid heiress to courageous kunoichi, arrived during the devastating Pain invasion. Konoha was under siege, ravaged by the Akatsuki leader Pain, who sought to capture Naruto. Naruto, cornered and overwhelmed, watched helplessly as Pain unleashed a devastating attack. In that critical moment, when all seemed lost, Hinata, without a second thought, threw herself into the fray. She knew the immense power of Pain, recognized that this was a battle she couldn't win, but she couldn't stand by and watch the person who had inspired her, the person she loved, be destroyed. It was an act of pure, selfless love and unimaginable bravery. As she confronted Pain, she openly confessed her feelings for Naruto, not just as a declaration of love, but as an explanation for her sacrifice. "I love you, Naruto," she cried, before launching herself into a seemingly futile attack. Her confession, her willingness to sacrifice everything for him, deeply impacted Naruto. It was a raw, powerful emotional surge that shattered his despair, allowing him to tap into the Nine Tails' power and ultimately giving him the resolve he needed to defeat Pain. Her love, paradoxically, served as a catalyst for his victory, showing the true transformative power of her spirit. The Fourth Shinobi World War further tested Hinata's resolve and highlighted her growth. Serving in the 2nd Division, she fought alongside countless shinobi, facing threats that could shatter the world. During the war's climactic battle against the Ten Tails, another devastating blow struck her and Naruto. Neji, her cousin, who had finally reconciled with her and acknowledged her strength, sacrificed his life to protect her and Naruto from a fatal attack. His death, a tragic echo of his father's sacrifice, plunged Naruto into a profound despair, threatening to break his will to fight. But Hinata, who had once been rescued from her own darkness by Naruto, now found the strength to pull him out of his. She reminded him of Neji's ultimate sacrifice, of his own unwavering ninja way, and the bonds that connected them all. "Neji's death was to protect you, Naruto," she urged, her voice steady and full of conviction. "Don't let his sacrifice be in vain." Her words, imbued with her own quiet strength, reignited Naruto's fighting spirit, allowing him to stand tall and continue the fight alongside her. She had come full circle, becoming the beacon of hope for the very person who had once saved her. Following the tumultuous events of the Fourth Shinobi World War, the world found a fragile peace, and Hinata's relationship with Naruto began to blossom in earnest. The foundation of mutual respect, admiration, and her unwavering love, which had been a quiet undercurrent for so long, finally came to the surface. Their story, however, wasn't fully complete until the events of The Last Naruto the Movie. 2 years after the war, a new threat emerged from the moon in the form of Toneri Otsutsuki, who sought to destroy Earth. Hinata played a pivotal role in confronting Toneri, not just as a shinobi, but as the Byakugan princess, recognized by Hamura Otsutsuki, the ancestor of the Hyuga clan. It was during this mission, as they journeyed to the moon and faced grave dangers together, that Naruto finally understood the depth of Hinata's feelings, and in turn reciprocated them fully. He acknowledged her unwavering love, her strength, and her essential role in his life. This was the culmination of years of quiet devotion, a truly emotional turning point where their destinies finally intertwined. Their love story culminated in their marriage at the age of 19, a joyous union that symbolized the merging of two vastly different, yet ultimately complementary paths. As husband and wife, Naruto and Hinata embarked on a new chapter, one that would see them become pillars of the Hidden Leaf Village. They soon welcomed 2 children into their lives, a spirited son, Boruto, and a gentle yet surprisingly powerful daughter, Himawari. In the Boruto era, Hinata transitioned from active frontline shinobi duties to embrace her role as a dedicated housewife and mother. While she stepped back from the battlefield, this was not a sign of weakness, but a conscious choice to nurture her family, providing a stable and loving home for the Hokage and their children. This quiet strength was just as vital to the village's peace as any jutsu. Despite her domestic focus, she never truly abandoned her shinobi skills. Hinata continues to train, maintaining her proficiency with the Gentle Fist and Byakugan, always ready to protect her loved ones. She has evolved into a formidable matriarch, her gentle demeanor now balanced with a firm resolve. While she is endlessly loving and supportive, she can also be surprisingly intimidating when her family misbehaves or is in danger. She's the kind of mom who can quiet a rambunctious Boruto with a single glance, a testament to her profound inner strength and unwavering commitment to her family's well-being. She truly embodies the ideal of a modern kunoichi: strong, skilled, nurturing, and fiercely protective. Hinata's capabilities as a shinobi are deeply rooted in her Hyuga lineage and her diligent training. Her most distinctive and powerful asset is the Byakugan, her clan's inherited Kekkei Genkai. This ocular jutsu grants her near 360 degrees penetrative vision, allowing her to see through solid objects, perceive chakra pathways, and observe microscopic details that are invisible to the naked eye. By adulthood, her Byakugan had developed to an incredible degree, enabling her to pinpoint targets and observe events up to 20 kilometers away, making her an invaluable asset for reconnaissance and tracking. This ability gives her a tactical advantage unmatched by most. Her signature fighting style, the Gentle Fist, is another hallmark of the Hyuga clan. Unlike typical taijutsu, which focuses on external damage, the Gentle Fist targets an opponent's internal chakra pathway system. By precisely striking the tenketsu, chakra points, with a delicate yet forceful touch, Hinata can disrupt an opponent's chakra flow, disabling their jutsu, paralyzing them, or even causing internal organ damage without leaving a scratch on the surface. It's a precise, deadly, and highly effective fighting style that embodies the Hyuga's unique approach to combat. Throughout her career, Hinata has mastered several notable jutsu that showcase her proficiency and adaptability. Her Gentle Step Twin Lion Fists unleashes 2 powerful, swirling lion-shaped chakra constructs from her palms, capable of delivering devastating, chakra-disrupting blows. If you loved diving into Hinata's incredible transformation, Don't miss our next deep dive into another legendary shinobi's journey.